insulin. People who have diabetes, as we know, need it to stay alive. Children, adults, seniors. Yet staying alive has become increasingly unaffordable, in part thanks to Mr. Azar, the former president of Eli Lilly USA. The price of one vial of Eli Lilly's Humalog increased from $21 in 1996, $21 to $123 when Mr. Azar became their president, to $255 for just one vial. And as we know, people need more than one vial. One vial, $255 in 2017 when Mr. Azar left. Mr. Azar says he agrees that prices are too high, but he does not seem ready or willing to do much about it, and I want to know if he thinks they're too high, why didn't he lower them rather than raising them when he was in his position as president of Eli Lilly USA? I told him that the National Academies of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine at our finance hearing recommended allowing HHS to negotiate prices. He said they were wrong. Federal government shouldn't negotiate prices for people to get the best deal. Common sense tells us that's what should be happening and should have been happening for years. Mr. Azar also opposes the importation of safe and affordable prescription drugs from Canada. That's despite the fact that his former company, Eli Lilly, sells the identical insulin product in Canada and around the world for less than it sells here. Now, this picture. You can go across a bridge from Detroit into Windsor, 5 minutes, 10 minutes across the bridge, and drop dramatically the cost of your insulin from the same company. Eli Lilly and other drug companies argue, well, the problem is they're not safe. So are they saying that Eli Lilly's insulin on one side of the bridge in Windsor is not safe to bring across to the other side of the bridge? We open our bridges, we export, we import every single day. Most everything but prescription drugs. Why does Mr. Azar think people in Michigan should pay more for a decades-old drug than they do people who are just a few miles away in Canada? And by the way, insulin has been around for, I don't know, 100 years or something. I mean, at some point you recoup your costs. But this particular brand of insulin is sold on one side of a bridge in one country, in Canada, for less than the other side. People in Michigan need to know why they think that makes any sense. Sure doesn't make any sense to me. And it sure doesn't make any sense to Stephen from Michigan. He's 47 years old. He's a veteran from Swartz Creek who has type 2 diabetes. His doctor prescribed an Eli Lilly medication, Glyxambi, that's worked really well to control his blood sugar, but he can't afford it. The medication costs more than $2,000 for a 90-day supply. $2,000 for a 90-day supply. No generic equivalent. Wonder what it costs in Canada. In Stephen's words, the drug companies are holding us hostage. I now see why some seniors cut their meds in half. Something has to be done. I couldn't agree more. Something has to be done, as Stephen has said. Unfortunately, I don't believe that Mr. Azar will do it.